The U.S. Army has taken action against Hamas. American soldiers and their commander have set foot on Israeli soil. The U.S. support for Israel has led to the birth of an alliance between Iran and Turkey in the Middle East. The U.S. Army has come face to face with Iran and Turkey. The Pentagon administration, which has repeatedly stated that Israel has the right to self-defense, has sent a new warship and 2,000 more U.S. troops to Israeli territory. The Biden administration, which unconditionally supports Israel, has sent an amphibious ship to the eastern Mediterranean in a move that will further increase tensions in the region. According to an interview conducted by U.S. officials with the CNN television channel, it was revealed that the amphibious ship located in the Red Sea was sent to the eastern Mediterranean. The USS Bataan amphibious ship carrying the 26th Marine Corps Expeditionary Unit continues to move through the Suez Canal and towards the eastern Mediterranean. The USS Bataan amphibious ship will be deployed in an area quite close to the Israeli and Lebanese borders. There are 3,000 American soldiers on the Navy ships participating in the 26th Marine Infantry Expeditionary Task Force. As it is known, the United States has 46 military bases in the Middle East. The United States, which has military bases in a total of 11 countries, on the other hand, is trying to strengthen its bases here. The United States, which also has military bases in Egypt, Jordan, and Israel, maintains a large number of troops in these countries. Although these military bases are protected by defense systems, the Pentagon administration wants to increase the number of troops in the region. With the latest decision taken by the Pentagon, 2,000 more U.S. troops were sent to Israel. We have put a number of units on a high state of readiness in order to respond quickly to the evolving security environment in the Middle East, the statement said. As of now, 2,000 specially trained commandos have set foot on Israeli soil. The U.S. soldiers were enthusiastically welcomed at the airport by the people of the region. However, the most interesting event was the discovery that the U.S. Special Forces unit Delta Force was deployed on Israeli soil. John Kirby, the Strategic Communications Coordinator of the White House National Security Council, made it clear at a press conference that American General James Glynn and some commanders were sent to Israeli territory. Later, it was learned that Delta Force and Navy SEAL soldiers who served in the most critical branches of the U.S. Army in the past years voluntarily went to fight for Israel. It is estimated that General James Glynn commanded these military units. With the U.S. troops setting foot in Israel, many areas within the borders of the Gaza Strip began to be evacuated. Faced with the risk of U.S. involvement in the war, Palestinian citizens are aware that Iran will no longer be able to protect them. For this reason, the Palestinian people began to leave the Gaza Strip. The Iranian government had made a threatening speech that they would take action when the United States intervened in this war between Israel and Palestine. Although U.S. troops have set foot on Israeli soil, the fact that Iran is maintaining its silence is starting to make everyone nervous. The fact that Turkey and Iran have been in close relations recently has led to increased claims that the Turkish-Iranian alliance has begun in the Middle East. After the meeting between Turkish President Erdogan and Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi, the U.S. military carried out an airstrike on a military base of Iranian-backed militias. The United States, which wants to prevent attacks on Israel by Hamas and Hezbollah, militants supported by Iran, has already begun to increase security measures in order to maintain its dominance in the region. It is said that the real reason for the U.S. striking the military bases of the Iranian-backed milities is to thwart Iran's secret revenge plan. If the Israeli army launches a ground operation against Gaza, Iran will take action against Israel, and for this it needs an ally. It is believed that this allied country is Turkey. The fact that it was learned that Turkey-based companies supported Hamas led to the verification of these claims. The U.S. Treasury Department has started to impose sanctions on the Trend Real Estate Investment Trust Company based in Turkey on the grounds that it is linked to Hamas. The Washington management added 2 board members and 1 shareholder of the company to the sanctions list. Shortly after these events, the U.S. strategic bomber B-1 Lancers were pulled forward to have a range that could hit Iran. The deployment of B-1 Lancer bombers in a way that could target the Iranian capital of Tehran has been a topic of agenda all over the world. On the other hand, the drones used by Hamas militants have started to attract a lot of attention. A bigger question mark is still where the Hamas militants who carried out drone attacks on tanks and armored vehicles belonging to the Israeli army obtained these drones from. It is quite confusing that Turkey and Iran are quite successful in the production of drones and unmanned combat aircraft, and both countries support Palestine. According to many claims, Hamas is supplying these drones from Turkey and Iran. After the escalation of tensions between Turkey and the United States, Turkish President Erdogan made a show of force in the Bosphorus with warplanes and 100 Navy ships. Under the name of celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Republic, Turkey's whole demonstration in the Straits with Navy troops is believed to be aimed at Israel and the United States. The Greek press shared reports that the 100 ships passing through the Bosphorus and the fighter jets taking off were a show of force, and that President Erdogan was trying to send a message to Israel and the United States. The day before this show of force, President Erdogan had organized a large rally and once again expressed that they were on the side of Palestine. Erdogan, who made threatening speeches against Israel at this rally, was criticized by Israel and European countries. One of the most interesting events that happened was that China announced its support for Iran. The fact that Iran, which is a target of the United States and Israel, is supported by China, has led to a further increase in tensions in the Middle East. The Chinese officials said, "We firmly support Iran in protecting its territorial integrity and national honor. We will strongly oppose any foreign intervention in Iran, and we will stand by Iran," he said. This threatening speech of China towards the United States and Israel managed to shock everyone. The Israeli army conducted a small ground operation into the Gaza Strip late at night a few days ago. During this ground operation, a large number of Hamas militants were neutralized. Israeli soldiers who managed to enter from the north of Gaza targeted underground tunnels and headquarters used by Hamas militants. After this operation, which was organized by the Israeli army, he left Gaza and returned to Israel's borders. However, this limited ground operation has caused a great deal of mobility within the Gaza Strip. According to the latest information obtained, Israeli tanks continue to advance within the Gaza borders. The Israeli army has entered Gaza once again and cut off a road connecting the north and south of the city, the international news agency AFP reported in a breaking news report. According to information obtained from regional sources, Israeli tanks are said to be continuing to advance in the Zaytun area. With the entry of the Israeli army into the Gaza Strip, Hamas militants were deployed in underground tunnels.